Hi, this is Asa, and welcome to my audio experience.
Mind, right? No one has the same retina or eyes you have. No one has the same thumbprint. You were made special. And you were made in a way that no one else was made, right? Not like I was made, or not like any of my team were made, or not like your family. I mean, everybody is an individual. And my reason for saying that is that you have a potential on the inside. And on this show, we want to help you find that and use that to become the best version of you. Remember, your health is your greatest wealth. That's the one area that a lot of times we just let go. It's one of those things that we just let go by the wayside. And it needs to be something that we focus on, to be a priority. What happens is most people get into there, they do whatever they want, live however they want, eat however they want, exercise however they don't want, which really is what happens. And then you turn 45, 50, 55, and the doctor starts putting you on medications. And then you realize you've gained 40 pounds. And where did that come from? So my encouragement to you is don't wait until you get a diagnosis to really make some massive changes in your life. Like, do it now. And it doesn't matter if you're 15 or you're 95 and you're watching this or listening to this or whatever, but make the changes now. Don't let a life event push you into making you have to take care of your health. Want to take care of your health. I always say this. Your health is a gift from God. Now, whether you believe in God or not, okay, I do. Okay, so let me just say it like this. Your health is a gift from the Creator or God. What you do with your health is your gift of giving back, because it was a gift. And if you understand the body like I do, okay, I've got 3 doctorates, and I'm telling you, any physician out there knows the body in a very intricate way. It is absolutely amazing. And to realize how it was made and know that you were made that way and I was made that way, how could we not take care of that? It's like me giving you a brand new Rolls Royce, right? Like who would even think that would happen? But let's say I gave you one. Beautiful car. Everything's perfect. Gorgeous. And then you just decided to not put gas in it. You left it outside instead of put it in a garage. You never waxed it. You never cleaned it. Oh, and you bumped it with your purse and you scratched it. Would you do that? Really? So it's the same thing with our body. Why would you not put the right kind of fuel in it? Why would you not drink enough water? Why would you not exercise every single day and get the body moving? Why would you let it get overweight to the point where it's going to break down and not be able to serve you well? Because at the end of the day, that's what this body's for. We have a spirit on the inside of us. And that spirit has to have a vehicle to be able to help it function, to help us function so we can help and serve others and use our gifts and be that person that really we were designed to be. So our health is that vehicle to do that. And on this show, we want to help you do that in every way, every possible way. So I want to encourage you, make sure if you haven't gotten a free copy of my book, go to myfreehealthbook.com. I'm giving you away a hardback copy of my book, myfreehealthbook.com. It's myfreehealthbook.com. If you go there, we'll send you a copy of that absolutely free just to get you started. It's got the anti-inflammatory diet in there. It's got all the tools that you need to really begin to thrive. If you don't know how to start, this will tell you where to start. And then a lot of people move from that into our health club. And the health club is really a great community where everybody's gone through something and they're there to be encouraged. They're there to be equipped. They're there to be helped. So you've got somebody that's dealt with diabetes and they've overcome it. Somebody that had high blood pressure and they overcame that. Maybe someone had depression and they've walked through that. It's one thing for me to give you these tools and tricks and tips to be able to walk through these things because I have the knowledge. But it's another to really talk to somebody that's walked in those trenches themselves and for you to be able to really connect with them. Because if you're inside of our community, our Facebook community, it's private, and you're connected to anybody in our health club, you get to talk to them. You get to engage with them. And I get in there personally and help out. So on a weekly basis, I'll jump in and I'll be a part of it. You guys can engage with me way more than you can do here on the show. And it's much more intimate. So I love it. It's great. It's where everybody wants to get in and work hard and dig deep and become the best version of themselves. It's amazing. So just go to the website. It's all there. And don't forget to get a free copy of my book. Look, I'm giving it to you for free. So get it. Get started with it. I just ask that you use it. That's the thing. Don't order it and stick it on the shelf. Don't look at the cover and think, oh, that's, whatever. Use the book. Read it and apply the principles. It will absolutely change your life. I always tell people if they'll just spend 2 minutes a day with me, if it's radio, podcast, here on the TV show, wherever, if you just spend 2 minutes a day with me, it'll transform your life. These tips and this information will start to get into your spirit, into yourself, and it'll start making a huge difference. Radical. You'll look up one day, a year from now, and realize, hey, I'm not the same person. And hopefully that's what you want. You want to grow and become better than you were. All right, let's go to the phones right now. I know you've been waiting there, so let's go to the phones and talk to Evelyn. Hi, Evelyn. What's your health challenge?
I have a question about my daughter has had, maybe she still has it, endometriosis. They did take it out of her in the stomach area, but she's still having a pain right underneath her rib, her right rib. They've ruled out the appendix, so they're not sure. She doesn't know if it's the gallbladder. She's been having it for 7 months. How can she find out exactly what that pain is?
Yeah, so if they're doing tests on her, the main thing is you want to let them get all of them done. And if everybody's scratching their head and they're having the pain, and she's having the pain, but they don't know what it is, or they're not really sure what's the trigger for that, if it's on the right side, then it usually is something to do with the gallbladder. Okay, if it's in the right side, which is over here, it's underneath the rib cage by the liver. Okay, the gallbladder sits on top of the liver, but it is something that especially women deal with. And if your body's not breaking down fats effectively, if there's a blockage where it's dangerous, she's going to know. Like, she would be in the hospital. Okay, so it's not a cystic duct, which is what it's called, that's blocked. Most likely it's something else going on, but we know after a certain age, usually 35 or 40, that the gallbladder stops working as well as it needs to if our diet's not right and if somebody is going through a lot emotionally. Now, this is an area that no one really wants to talk about in medicine, but it's not just physical. I mean, the emotional part of what we go with every single day, that plays a role in our physical body in a massive way. So that has to be taken care of, and it has to be worked on, and it has to be dealt with, or you're not really going to treat and work and correct the whole body. Like, you have to really, really look at that. So usually the two emotions that are combined with something with the gallbladder are guilt, blame, and then sometimes anger can play a role in that. So if she has that stuff going on, ask her. Maybe you already know. You already know things that have happened, life events that could be causing that. But I would really dig in that way and figure that out. So there's a gallbladder flush. And just from a natural perspective, if it's not that, and it's just something very basic, there's a gallbladder flush that's in my book, which I give you for free. I would just go to myfreehealthbook.com. That's myfreehealthbook.com, and we'll send you a copy. Hardback copy, my bestseller, hit all the list. We'll send you a copy of that just to help her along the way, and hopefully it'll help you too. So hopefully you'll jump in and do that. But yeah, I would get that checked out. There's supplements and things I could recommend, but I mean, until you really know what it is, there's not a pill that's going to fix that. That's more diet related, that's consistent, and really flushing the system out with what's already there and kind of hitting a restart button on the body. Okay? Thanks so much for that call. Now, you can always give us a call. Remember, you can text us as well. Go to the website, find everything there. If you're not following me on social media, you should. All the behind the scenes, all kinds of things that we don't even touch here on the show are on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, YouTube. But we'd love to have you join us there anytime that you can, just to be a part of what we're doing. And we want to engage and help you and equip you and get you into a good season of life for yourself. Because you don't have to be stuck where you are. I mean, just because you've been diagnosed with something doesn't mean you're stuck with it.
If you're looking for increased strength, increased endurance, and better recovery, then look no further than an all-natural nutritional supplement called creatine hydrochloride. Concrete is the brand, and it's the most absorbable form of creatine hydrochloride found today. Now, creatine is not just for athletes. You've probably heard that before, but creatine hydrochloride is for the everyday person looking to improve their health. Listen, I started taking creatine in college when I was a strength and conditioning coach at Florida State University. And I've taken it ever since my college years. And it's made a massive difference in my life. Everything in my body, I believe, is functioning better because of creatine. Creatine hydrochloride I've moved over to using Concrete, and it is the best form of creatine on the market. Concrete creatine hydrochloride is available at most Walmart stores and on Walmart.com or any store that carries nutritional supplements. Just make sure to look for Concrete brand creatine hydrochloride and watch your endurance, your strength, and your recovery and your immune system get boosted today.
To find out more, connect with On Call Radio online at InShapeNetwork.com.
Diabetes, one of the easiest health challenges to overcome, type 2. And you're like, oh, yeah, right. I've done 2 reality TV shows on diabetes. And the success rate of even the guests that we had on the show were absolutely amazing. So I'm here to tell you, not only have I seen it firsthand clinically, okay, as a physician, but I have seen it, living with people in a house for weeks on end and watching the changes take place because they had a deep desire to want to change. And if they can do it, guess what? You can too. That is the absolute key. All right. Now, let's talk about heart or high blood pressure. I want to give you 3 tips, 3 quick tips. Write these down, put them in your phone, whatever. Here's 3 quick tips on lowering your blood pressure. Now, remember the golden rule. If you lose just 5 pounds, this is in all the research. If you lose just 5 pounds, that's enough to help lower blood pressure by almost 10 points. That's a big deal, and that's a lot. So just 5 pounds. It's not like you got to lose 80, to make that happen. So here's 3 tips, and there's a bunch of them, but I'm going to give you 3 that will really help you in the process. Outside of the 5 pounds, you want to get rid of belly fat. Belly fat not only lowers testosterone and all of our hormones and causes an aromatase enzyme to increase, which causes more estrogen, but it also causes issues with high blood pressure. They always say, the golden saying in medicine is, your waistline is your lifeline. So you want to get that spare tire down, guys. If that's something that you have, it's a big deal. You have to work on that. Like, your waistline really does play a big role. So get rid of the belly fat. Certain foods lower your carbohydrate intake, increase proteins, increase healthy fats, things like almonds, walnuts, cashews, avocados. The anti-inflammatory diet that's in my book is a great way to start because it does those very things. It cuts the carbs down into a lower amount so that your body can start to burn belly fat more. And that's really the key. If you get in our health club, which is just our community, man, there's so many people that have had great success with it. So I would start there. I would start looking at the anti-inflammatory diet. Go to myfreehealthbook.com, and you can get a copy of it there, and we'll just send it to you for free. Okay. Now, that's number 1. Get rid of the belly fat. Number 2 is to maintain good heart health. Okay, you want to make sure that you're getting enough sleep. All right, that's number 2. And no one talks about it enough. Have to get enough sleep to lower blood pressure and get the heart functioning at a peak level. Okay. Now, 7 to 9 hours is the rule of thumb. I really think personally, from what I've seen, 6 to 8 hours is a better rule because here's the deal. If you go over 9 hours, studies have shown there's like a 30% increased risk of stroke. And that makes no sense, right? Like, why would more sleep? But too much sleep can actually have the reverse effect on the body. So that's something that you've got to look at as well. You've got to look at the total and how the body really functions. And so the sleep's a big one. The third thing is this, and this is really important when it comes to it, is the third thing you have to do if you're wanting to lower blood pressure is look at nitric oxide. And there was a Nobel Peace Prize won for this research. It's a supplement. It's L-arginine, L-citrulline combined together. And those two make a tremendous difference in blood pressure, and it's totally natural. I mean, you can get these things at the health food store in different formulations or whatever. If you go to our website, we have our own formula that I created that's got a whole blend that increases your nitric oxide and helps to support blood pressure levels in a healthy heart. Because at the end of the day, you want to eat the right kind of foods, get plenty of omega-3 fatty acids. You want to make sure you get enough protein, moderate the carbohydrates. Yeah, you got to get the good sleep. But getting rid of the belly fat's a key. And that's what a lot of people struggle with. They have a really hard time with that. And that's because the hormone levels are not where they need to be. Okay? And managing the hormones is a big deal. You have to give the body everything that it needs so that it can manage effectively. And once you do that, then you'll begin to thrive. Heart health is a big deal. And it's still the leading killer in America today. Cancer is number 2. So if we keep our heart healthy, guess what? The old ticker stays healthy, then you will stay healthy. And that's what we want to do. On this show, we want to help you do that. We want to help you focus in and really realize what tips and things you need to do. Now, of course, I can talk about exercise and everything else, but focus on those 3 things. Just add a healthier meal into your diet, okay, every single day. Knock out some of the old junk food and add something good. Follow the anti-inflammatory diet. Get my book. It's free. I'll just give it to you. myfreehealthbook.com. But make sure you start functioning or working on your sleep patterns. Your sleep patterns matter. I mean, they really do. So don't let that go to the wayside. Make sure that you're getting these keys in order because your heart health is everything. And don't forget, I've got to say this, fluid intake. Half your body weight in ounces of water every single day. Make sure to send me an email, text me at the number, call us here, join us in social media, whatever. Just connect with us and we'll make it part of the show. We always are here for you. I'm so excited you're with us. Now, we're going to talk about eggs. And you're thinking, okay, why are we talking about eggs? I thought eggs are bad for you. No, let me tell you, all the imitation eggs are really bad for you. Matter of fact, eggs are one of the best, well, they are the best protein source you can put in your body. Do you know that when they measure all the different protein and the values and the quality of protein like beef and chicken and fish, do you know that the egg is the comparison? It's the only protein at the top of the chart that's 100% that they compare everything else to. So that is an absolute key. You need to understand that eggs are really, really important. We heard forever that they're bad for cholesterol and they're going to cause you to have a heart attack and all this other stuff. It was a bunch of nonsense. Now the heart associations and the College of Cardiology, American College of Cardiology, they all say that 1 to 2 eggs every single day is actually good for you. Go figure, right? That's what it's all like on the internet, right? One day broccoli's bad for you. The next day it's like causing cancer, which is like impossible. But the reality is that there's a lot of, we're calling it misinformation today, so we'll just call it misinformation, whatever. There is, and especially in the health category, you got this one guy saying, this gal saying something, this health guru saying something, right? Science is out there, and it's got its place for sure. I'm a big fan of studies and knowing something works, right? But I'm also a big fan of a doctor that's treated 10,000 patients with a certain way of doing things, and it worked. Like, you can't argue with that. Like, that's way past a lot of the studies that only use like 500 people, right, to get a control group and all that. So my point is that with eggs, right, and we had an email that came in. That's why we're going to talk about it. Danny in Fort Worth, Texas, he wants to know if eggs are good for you. I've heard mixed reviews. What do you say? Okay, and that's what I'm saying. Eggs are great for you, Danny. They really are. And I will say this: quality matters. Okay, I eat eggs every day. I eat 4 raw eggs every day. I do it Rocky style. Yes, I do. And it's part of my routine.
Hi, it's Asa. I'm giving you a copy of my best-selling book for free to help you in your health journey today. I'll pay for the book. All you do is just cover the small shipping and handling costs. Go to AsaRx.com and get your free book today. Did you know that you can listen to the AsaRx audio experience on Spotify and Pandora? For all the ways to watch and listen, check out our show page at asarx.com/experience.
To find out more, visit the show online, InShapeNetwork.com.
I will tell you this, that with eggs, you want to do pasture raised. I do think the quality matters. If the egg yolk is yellow, not that great, okay? If the egg yolk is orange, like a deep orange, that's pasture raised, okay? I grew up in my summers, my grandfather had a huge farm, like 400 acres, and they had everything. We had horses and cows and all the way down, what do I call it? Peacocks. We had peacocks. Like for real. You know, the real pretty peacocks with the feathers? We had that. So I milked the cows. I did the whole thing. And one thing we had is chickens running everywhere. Like, that was so normal to have chickens running everywhere. And I would go out and pick up the eggs. I mean, go figure, right? It's like Easter egg hunt. Or they would go into their little pen or whatever and do it there, and I'd go gather them. But it was amazing. And that's what I grew up with. 7, 8 years old, eating those kind of eggs with the shells, got dirt and everything. You clean that off, and the egg yolk is like bright orange. Pasture-raised eggs that you can get in the grocery stores now are the best thing to look for. They're $1 or $2 more. Pay the money for the quality. You're going to pay for that quality now, or you're going to pay for like more drugs and getting to get your health back later. I always tell people that. But eggs are great, and I do think 2 eggs every single day are great. I do 4. I know people that do more. I got a doc friend of mine that does 20 a day. He lives in Costa Rica. I mean, and the guy's like ripped and shredded, and he was in one of our reality shows. But reality is this. Eggs are good for you. They've got choline and lecithin in the egg yolk itself that's very good for the brain and actually helps to clean out the cholesterol from the arteries. So, I mean, if that doesn't help you, I don't know what will. I'm so excited you're with us on this show. Today's show, it's about you, it's about your health, and it's about your life. Look, we believe in you. We believe that there's a potential on the inside of you that you have not even scratched the surface with yet. And if you don't believe that, you need to know that. Matter of fact, if you ask yourself that question, I guarantee the answer is going to be yes. Dr. Asa, for sure, I have not scratched the surface. So we believe in you. We do. And we want you to believe in yourself again. Maybe you used to and you don't anymore. Maybe you need to. We want to help you get there. And your health is the vehicle to get you there. The health is your greatest wealth. And don't let anybody tell you anything different. Like, your health is the vehicle so you can be tons of energy for your kids and your grandkids, really good for your job and your work. And you can make an impact and difference with those around you. Look, we're making an impact every single day. You know, and the average person has 16 people watching what they do every single day. And now with social media, it's way more than that, right? For the ones that are, you know, they're really doing it and really showing it. So that's the key. We want to see you thrive. Want to see you make it. I want to see you really do well. And on this show, that's what it's all about. Look, if you haven't got a free copy of my book, go to myfreehealthbook.com. That's myfreehealthbook.com. Go to the website. Well, any of our websites will kind of get you there. But we're giving you a copy of my book for free. Hard copy. Giving it to you for free just to be able to help you and encourage you. It's got the anti-inflammatory diet in it. It will get you started on the right path. And if you haven't joined our health club, it's my inner circle. It is our online community that I get in with. Every single week I get in there with you guys and dig in the trenches. Plus, you've got people in there that are going through what you go through. Okay, if somebody had diabetes, they've overcome it. They've come off all their medications. They're in there, and they can tell you how to do it. It's one thing to learn from me, which is great, but it's another thing to talk to someone that's done what we've taught them, and they've walked through it, and they can give you all the shortcuts and the little things that maybe you're missing in that. Same thing with heart disease, high blood pressure, the whole deal. Getting in with them, locking arms with people so that you can become that best version of you. I mean, there's nothing greater, and nothing will turn decades into days more than having a mentor or a friend or someone that can show you the way. I mean, that's the way you cut down the time. It's just has to happen that way. So jump in. If you haven't been part of our health club, do that. Get a free copy of our book. We'll send it to you for free. Look, we are here for you every single day, no matter what. Let's talk about skin health for just a minute. So skin health, you know that skin, first of all, is the largest organ in our body. Did you know it's an organ? So kind of like the heart, the liver, the lungs, the skin is an actual organ, right? Skin's an organ. And it really, there's so much nutrition that we can do for the skin. I mean, one thing is obviously staying out of the sun, protecting your skin. That's one thing. But I always say your skin is a reflection of the inside out. Like, if your inside is healthy, if your gut is healthy and your inside's healthy, your skin is going to have a radiant glow to it. You ever seen people like that where they have that radiant glow? That's coming. A lot of times it can be genetics, right? Could be a good sweat, but a lot of times it's coming from the inside, from the gut, healthy body, and it shows in their skin, in their eyes, and in their hair, and all that, if they have some. So, I shaved my head, by the way. I have hair, but let's talk about a couple things. We're going to talk about what foods you can eat to have healthier skin. And there's a couple things. They're probably in your cabinet right now. If they're not, you need to get them. And these are foods, a lot of them, that I eat every day. Number one, write it down. Go get a pen and a pad, write it down. Get your iPad or your tablet and your phone, type it in. Number one are green beans. Yep, green beans. You're thinking green beans, why not broccoli? Well, green beans have components in them called silicon, right? Silicon, which you think, well, isn't that like a bad chemical? No. We actually have it in our foods naturally occurring that comes from the soil and all, and it is fantastic for the elasticity and the building of collagen within our skin. So green beans are actually phenomenal at supporting really great skin health. So eating a handful of green, not a handful, but like a bowl of green beans on a regular basis is a great thing. The other is walnuts. Out of all the nuts that there are. Now, I've got a whole thing that I like to do on nuts. Just an ounce of nuts every single day reduces most cancers up to 65%. I mean, that's a lot, right? For just having like 15 almonds a day. So that's something that's a non-negotiable. You should eat a handful of nuts every single day, no matter what, bar none. I mean, that's just one simple little thing that you can give a massive insurance plan to your body and your health account, right, to keep it healthy. But walnuts are the best. They're the highest in the omega-3 fatty acids. They're the highest in its ability to lower inflammation in the body, which helps the skin. And if you ever notice someone that has a lot of redness or blotching, or if you have that, breakouts or wrinkles, do you know that the walnuts are the number one nut to help get rid of wrinkles, okay? To supple the skin, make it better. Not like Botox, but I mean, it still makes it better, but it gets rid of all the redness in the skin. And that's because of the high levels of omega-3 fats that are in those walnuts. So just another tip that'll really help you with that. The other one is green tea. Man, I'm telling you, green tea is like a powerhouse. In doing this show for so long, like I like tea. But in doing this for as long as I have read, of course I read and study and do everything for the show, but I've read so much on green tea to the point where I didn't like it years ago. But I read so much on it, and the benefits like outweigh any other food that we ever talk about. So I drink green tea every day. I drink 3 green tea bags, like the strength of 3 green tea bags every day. And I have for 10 years maybe. It's amazing. Like the reduction of skin cancer, there's cancers across the board, colon cancer, thyroid function, brain function, hormone function, melting belly fat, specifically the wrong kind of belly fat that's really harmful for your organs. I mean, it just goes on and on and on. Like, how could you not be drinking it, right? But the one benefit from it in this little series that I'm talking to you about is it helps with skin conditions. So it gets out the redness as well, but it actually protects the skin. So it's like a natural skin protectant from cancer and also from the sun's rays. If you drink a lot of green tea, it will add like an SPF protection to your skin from the sun. So it's got a lot of great benefits, but also people that drink a lot of tea, if you've ever noticed, if you ever like Japanese people, from that region of like Asia where it's a big deal. In Japan, I went there. Beautiful people, just wonderful, kind. It was amazing. But I noticed something just as like a health guy, right? I was like, you would see 90-year young something people with beautiful skin. I'm talking like, hey, that person's like 85 and it was amazing. Well, they have such a high fish content, which is good for your skin. That was my next one. And they drink green tea every single day, green and white tea, which white tea has benefits too. Green tea has a little bit more. But still, I mean, they're doing that on the regular. So green tea is something that if you haven't added it into, I would switch it out with some coffee here and there and at least get a little bit of green tea every single day. And the capsules are okay, but it's nothing like, I don't think it's like getting the real tea in. It's just a great way to go. Green tea. Now, yogurt is another good one. So fermented dairy products has natural probiotics in it that are good for your gut health. And remember, when you make your gut health healthy, then it helps your skin. So I would look into some type of yogurt that you like. Greek yogurt is really good. Just make sure that it's organic. Now, I like goat's milk yogurt. Goat's milk yogurt has a lot of great benefits to it. It doesn't really taste the best. I'm just, because you can't get the yogurt that has all the strawberry sweeteners and all that in there. I mean, it tastes like ice cream, right? But it's terrible for you. Like, don't do that. Get the yogurt that tastes terrible, that's bitter and sour. Put a tablespoon of honey in there with it and be done with it. Or put a few fresh berries in there and be done with it. But don't get the kind that you put a packet of stevia in there, monk fruit extract. That's okay. And they're making some of it like that. But the yogurt itself, just 8 ounces a day, 6 to 8 ounces, is extremely beneficial. It's great for your gut, but it's great for your skin. People that have acne breakouts, they have eczema, they have a lot of these things. The yogurt itself, the fermented dairy products, can be very, very beneficial. So I would look at that, and again, at the end of the day, I would really push on making sure that you're getting the right kind of food. Now, the last thing, along with green tea, is making sure you get enough water. That's why I've always got this guy right here, right? I'm always drinking. And it's something, hydration's key. It's important for your skin. It's important for so many things in the body. But I would definitely, again, rule of thumb for what we teach, half your body weight in ounces of water every single day. So if you weigh 200 pounds, you drink 100 ounces of water. Simple. You just got to keep it simple, right? But those are the key.
Are you ready to chow? It's time for Keto Chow. When it comes to eating healthy, the keto diet has become one of the nutrition leaders in optimizing health, losing unwanted weight, and reaching your health and wellness goals. No extravagant cooking, no long kitchen cleanup, and most importantly, especially for me, it's convenient. Just put quality Keto Chow powder in a bottle, add some heavy whipping cream or your favorite fat, a little water, and boom, shake it up and you're ready to chow. Keto Chow tastes amazing. So make Keto Chow easy for you and your family today with Keto Chow. Let's go chow. Visit Keto Chow online at ketochow.xyz. That's ketochow.xyz.
Connect with On Call Radio and watch On Call TV at InShapeNetwork.com.
Now, we go to the phones a lot, so make sure to keep calling in. And sometimes if you don't make it to the show, I'll still call you back, or someone from my team will call you back and make sure you get your question answered. So even call in. Even if the lines are full, just keep calling in, and we'll make sure we get to you no matter what, okay? Let's go to Amelia. Hi, Amelia. What's your health challenge?
I am calling. I am a thyroid patient for over 20 years. And I am experiencing ticking pains all over my body, in my head, in my feet, in my elbows, in my belly, like a needle pain. And also I have big black spots that are coming out on my feet.
Yeah, so one of the things you got to look at, especially with what you just mentioned on your feet, is I would go and definitely see a dermatologist, number one. Like, that's not something you self-diagnose and self-figure out by Googling it, asking me. The skin is one of those things that it could be like 3 or 4 different things. Now, that being said, most of what happens with the skin starts in the gut. So a healthy gut is going to yield healthy skin. It goes hand in hand together. But I would have someone actually that can look at that and differentiate exactly what that is, because you're talking about things black coming out. It could be something coming out of your pores. It could be something so simple, but it could also be something so concerning. So I would get to a dermatologist. Like, do not wing this and freewheel it by yourself. You need to get to a dermatologist and definitely make sure that somebody helps you along with that. Because, look, anytime you see something off in your body that's just weird, doesn't matter if it's like a swelling, whatever, or something black on your skin, or something oozing out of your skin, that is not time to sit home and get some black salve and get your essential oils and start rubbing it on everything. Like, come on, somebody. Don't be doing that. Like, I know everybody calls the show and emails me and all that and shows me pictures, and they're all excited because they got their diffuser and they're doing all this stuff at home. But when you've got serious stuff like this happening and it's just obvious that, like, it's not just a little abnormal, you got to do something. So go see the dermatologist. That is my answer for this one, because it may be something so simple, but it might be something like not so simple. Okay, but I will tell you that regardless, your eating habits are going to need to change, period. I can promise you that. If you just told me what you told me just now, then inflammation in the body, without a doubt, is probably there, okay? The anti-inflammatory diet is the best place to start. Now, it's a great beginning point. We move into different types of eating plans as time goes. My health coach providers are always there to help you. I've got a whole great team around the country that really help you go to the next level with your health by defining a plan and see what your body needs, and look at blood work and figure out what your nutritional deficiencies are, that kind of thing. So it's good to have that, and it's good to know that. But you want to start, I would just get a copy of my book at least while you go to your doctor, find out what's going on, get the test done, have them look at it, but then read my book along the way. It's go myfreehealthbook.com. It's myfreehealthbook.com, and we'll send it to you for free. Absolutely free. Just go there, type in your info, and they'll ship it to you. Hardback copy, my bestseller. We've used it clinically in over, 15,000 patients most likely. So it's just been it's been a great tool that a lot of people have got a lot of benefit from. So I would encourage you to look at that, myfreehealthbook.com. And once you've gone to the doctor and done all that, text me and let me know what's going on, or email, or however you want to get in touch with us. Call back here on the show if you want. But I'll be interested to hear what that is. But make sure to get going in the right direction with your daily habits. Your daily habits are what matter. That's what brings you to the dance. Now, look, I want to talk to you about something that I have found that if you're not using this on a regular basis, and I guarantee you it's in your cabinet, They have found this substance to be as powerful as 14 different prescription medications. So if you're taking one of these 14 prescription medications and you're not using this supplement, which is a basic whole food, then you're not getting the benefits. Listen, it's incredible. I have found that this, of course, I've been using this for years, but the study now that's behind it, it just makes me just want to jump up and down, right? I mean, it really does. So turmeric is what we're talking about, curcumin. Now, turmeric is an Indian spice typically in a lot of the curries and the foods that they make, but they have done studies on turmeric, and the curcumin that's in that is just beneficial. Do you know that it has the same benefits as a typical cholesterol medication, a statin drug? Metformin, which is a diabetes drug, and that class of drugs, it has the same mechanism of action in the body. It helps to stabilize blood sugar. So it helps to lower cholesterol, stabilize blood sugar. I'll tell you another one that's very beneficial is Prozac. So the antidepressant drugs that help with serotonin, what it's saying is that the turmeric itself actually helps to stabilize brain chemistry. So the serotonin levels and dopamine levels in the brain that causes us a lot of times to feel depressed or have depression, the turmeric actually comes in because of the curcumin in that and helps to self-regulate and support the body. High blood pressure drugs, turmeric helps. Can you believe that? So when you, and the list, there's more, but I wanted to give you kind of the basics. Like there's some detailed ones in there, but the turmeric itself is something you can, as a spice, you can put that on your food with powder. You can take the powder and put it in your shakes and smoothies. You can do any of that. And what's interesting about it is if you focus on the fact that it's so simple. I mean, I take capsules just so I can get it done. And the capsules themselves are made from the actual whole food source, and the powder, the ground up powder. It's amazing. And here's the big one that they started using turmeric for is anti-inflammatory type drugs, like your non-steroidal anti-inflammatory drugs, right? That kind of thing. And aspirin, they found that that was like one of the first studies they did. They found that when you use turmeric with curcumin, the curcumin in it actually reacted in the body much like those other type of drugs did. And it reduced the inflammation in the body. It was totally natural. People that were using it, the joint pain was going away. Knee pain and hip pain and shoulder pain and elbow pain and hand pain was all going away just by taking turmeric or eating it and adding extra amounts of it in their food. So it's very easy to do. All the health food stores carry it now. And if you don't want to do it from a capsule form, just do it from a regular spice form. Put it in your food, mix it in your soups, put it in your shakes, whatever you got to do. But I'm telling you, the research on it is unbelievable. 14 different medications. It has the power. That drugs are powerful, okay? Really, really strong. But this one spice that was grown, that God created, actually has that big of a benefit in the body. How could you not want to take it? I've been taking it every single day. I notice a huge difference. So I just want to tell you, if you haven't researched turmeric, look into that, because it can be something that it really needs to be an addition, I think, to all of our daily routines in so many ways because of the benefits that it provides and the insurance that it gives us to know that we're doing the right things for our body in the right way to be able to get to the next level and become the best version of ourselves.
Did you know you could listen to the AsaRx audio experience on Spotify and Pandora? For all the ways to watch and listen, check out our show page at asarx.com/experience.
Hi, it's Asa. I'm giving you a copy of my best-selling book for free to help you in your health journey today. I'll pay for the book. All you do is just cover the small shipping and handling costs. Go to asarx.com and get your free book today.
This episode is over, but check episode notes for links to products and services you've heard about on this episode. Thanks for listening and subscribing. Please share the AsaRx audio experience with others and stay in touch by giving us your comment or review.